Oh, thank God there's no more lightning. I think Riku and I both share that sentiment. I really can't stand the lightning. It doesn't even hurt you, it's the way it awkwardly impedes your progress and knocks you back just far enough to be annoying. Yeah, not keen on it.
It's okay for grinding.
Good for grinding, yeah. I prefer this area in general though. In fact, this place here may have one of my favourite musical tracks in the whole game.
You're worried about Yuna.
Of course I'm worried about her. What is she thinking?
The simplest answer would be, in exchange for agreeing to marry him, she hopes to negotiate with Seymour.
Negotiate what?
I wonder.
What? All by herself?
She's strong, but Seymour is the better negotiator.
Well then, why don't we do something about it?
Yuna wants it this way.
I just don't get it. Doesn't she trust us?
On the contrary, she doesn't want us caught up in whatever it is she's planning.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But that makes me worry even more. She could just tell us.
That's the way she is. She's naive, serious to a fault, and doesn't ask for help.
Riku taking every opportunity to just chillax.
You're probably right.
Yuna's easy to read.
Yeah, she is.
But hard to guard. Stand by her. Always.
Yuna is so much like Kumari.
How so?
Like, no one can interfere with her problems.
Yeah, I guess she's probably learned that from Kimari, of all people. Slowpokes! Of, deal with your own mess.
Sorry.
Don't let anyone else in.
It's funny how calm I was.
Which isn't really all that
Maybe
healthy,
it was because I realized that Yuna
Nor is
wasn't
it
marrying
particularly
Seymour for love.
helpful as the game goes on, so yeah.
It was just her duty. Something she had to do before returning to her pilgrimage. That's what I kept telling myself anyway. And, well, maybe. I realized that Yuna and I'd never, Yuna, let's go.
Orin's awkwardly staring at us. Anyway, let's get out of here. Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Stop talking, let's go kill stuff.
Yeah, let's do that. Do a little bit of a savey save. There's a lot of save files here, all accounting for the lightning and all the mess we were dealing with at Thunder Plains, so let me just pick a save file. I've always got to have a bunch of files for a contingency as well, because you never know when my house is just going to have a power cut and all the recorded data is just going to disappear, so yeah, want to avoid that happening again, because that was the worst thing ever. Alright, so this area, aside from having really gorgeous music, has a bunch of really interesting enemies. First of all, you get that weird bladey army dude, the first boss, so you get to redo that mess. Well, I say first boss, the first boss that could actually kill you. The first boss that wasn't scripted. So,
There's a sub-boss.
would you go? No, I think he was classified as a proper boss, but yeah, here you mow through them.
Then you'd count that Geosenge as a boss. Because they're both, the same. They have the same amount of hits.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. But anyways, getting into the swing of it now. Let's grab myself some stuff. I really like the design of this place, but sometimes the way the map is laid out is a bit annoying. The fact that you have to follow these really specific branches to get around. It would have been really cool if it was like a giant system of trees that you can kind of weave in and out of and navigate your own way through. But anyways, next enemy, is Chimera. These guys are pretty goddamn beastly, but they have a set pattern of attack. So they'll go from a fire attack to a lightning attack to a physical attack to a water attack. I think it's something like that, so if you know the order, you can take them out pretty easy. Or alternatively, you can just get Waka to paralyse it if that works.
And use Lancer on it.
And, oh yes, you do need to lance it at some point, because you can learn Aqua Breath. For some really stupid reason, we actually chose to use Aqua Breath against it, I guess to just demo the move, but admittedly, if we just used Stone Breath, the thing we'd learned from the Basilisk enemies earlier, we could have just one-shotted him. So yeah, I didn't think that one through, but whatever. It's nice to see it anyway. It's nice to see his new attack in effect.
Well, I kind of just don't want to use Kamari.
You are so down on Kamari, it's so upsetting. He's a good character. His overdrives are really, really interesting. Like, you can use them for physical and... you can use them for offensive and recovery purposes. Yeah. He's very versatile.
But it just feels easier to get through the game.
Yeah. I guess so.
Thinking isn't solving anything.
Or if you do use him in lieu of somebody else, so you sacrifice some other character to give him his priority. One thing I actually quite like doing is going through the game having my Kimari, I think I've already mentioned this, but having him play as a thief, so he basically can steal and use items like Riku can.
That's what he is now.
I guess
he's just not powerful.
He's just not a good one. You've just not put any effort into raising his stats, which is kind of crazy considering how many spheres we have now that just allow you to boost your stats to ridiculous levels.
Well, now I have a more versatile team.
I guess you could put it that way.
I don't have to put so much time into a character that can just be a copycat.
Now, this is where you had a little bit of a brain fart. This is a water-based enemy. In fact, it's called it's like called a water element, I believe, or a blue element, but...
Well, it's blue, so I thought, like...
Well, yeah, but in Final Fantasy X, blue is always representative of water. White is representative of ice. I think even after...
I don't read as much now.
Well, yeah, fair enough, but, here's the other overdrive we haven't shown off yet. Energy Rain. This is a really cool looking move. Big blast of energy. Big F-off attack right in your face. But it only does the one really big hit, so slice and dice is usually preferable. Anyways.
But if I did use it, it wouldn't have killed it.
Yeah.
Because of my weapon.
We would have just been healing him. Okay, so moving on up. Here's my favourite dude.
Have you seen Donna?
Donna? Can't say I have.
What's up? We got separated on the way here. Damn it all! I've gotta find her!
Calm down.
But if anything happens to her...
Running around in a panic is not going to help. Right now, you have to keep cool and search.
But...
Guard your emotions, then guard your summoner.
Okay.
You're right.
Oh, Bartello, you're so lovable.
No, I've taken up enough of your time. Thank you, Sir Aaron.
Tell you what, when Donna's not around, you're a really nice dude. You're actually quite cool. Oh well, bye.
What's up?
Oh, I just wanted to wish him good luck.
Ooh, suspicious behaviour.
It's not really suspicious.
Well, yeah, we kind of
It's
know
like-
that Riku's already tried kidnapping Yuna, so you kind of figure she's kind of tied into this whole mess.
Like, what was the point of the Moonflow thing?
Yeah. Anyways, it's around this point that, as well as leveling up Auron, you had a little look around his sphere grid to make sure he'd learned the ability Guard, which, you know, would have tied in quite nicely to that previous cutscene. I don't think we really make use of that move a lot in this playthrough, but it's quite helpful. If Auron uses it, say on Yuna, and any enemy goes to attack Yuna, Auron just jumps in the way and takes the damage, which, considering his ridiculous HP, allows him to essentially make Yuna immune to physical attacks for a short period.
But because it doesn't work for elemental attacks,
yeah,
I don't use it. Because most of the enemies are elemental based.
That is true, yeah. But that's where Lulu comes in, so let's learn Demi, which allows us to strip off 1/4 of any enemy's health so long as it's not immune. Basically Sin's bread and butter in terms of combat right there. And let's buff up a few more of those stats. I thought it'd be nice to show off some sphere grid because we've had a few requests from people wanting to see what we're doing with the characters, which I thought was a bit weird, admittedly, but you know, if that's what you want to see, I'm not going to deny that. If that's what the audience wants. I guess it could be considered interesting, like seeing how we're taking the characters, but as it stands, we're just following the normal path. We're not doing too much crazy stuff with them. On that note, what are you doing with Kamari right now? Oh, you're just...
wasting his sphere level.
Don't do that, just use it when you actually want to use him in the post-game. That's just a waste of good sphere level right there. Oh well, whatever.
It's going to be post-game?
Yeah, I want to show off as much stuff as we can before we
but with
wrap this up. I mean, if you don't, I might. I might give him a little bit of love. I feel he's massively underrated.
You can put 5 hours into that.
Yeah, I will. Don't think I won't. Yeah, that's right. Just showed you. Alright, well, let's move ourselves along.
This is the point in the game where, like, bosses actually get hard.
Yeah. They don't feel hard because we've beaten them so many times, we kind of know them in and out, but for new players, this is where things start to crank up a little bit. Like, Sinspawn Gui was the first truly hard boss. I know a lot of people who really struggle with the next one coming up. We'll get to that when we get to it. In the meantime, weird side quest with Weird Birdman. Weirdly voiced Birdman as well.
A butterfly with rainbow wings will lead the way to secret things.
Here, have side quest. It's so weird, the game just kind of throws this at you. So, if you bump into one of these blue butterflies, then what you've got to do is backtrack through the area you were just running through, making sure to touch all of the blue butterflies but none of the red ones. The only real struggle here is it's a matter of perspective and camera angles, because sometimes it's hard to tell if you're careening straight into a red butterfly, which leads to a battle which almost always guarantees that you're going to fail this timed mission. So
one thing that really helps is the shadow on the floor.
I've never really considered that, but I guess so, yeah. I don't play this game full screen though. I actually, when I record this, or when I play this myself, I play it windowed mode, so yeah. Anyways, balls that one up, so we'll try that again. Do it properly this time. So this is the method. You just got to go around, grab all the blues, try and avoid the reds. If you do run into a red, try and deal with the battle quickly. And yeah, there you go. Got myself a sphere for that. Annoyingly, you then have to backtrack all the way back to where you were. So there's a ton of back and forth if you do this side quest. And I really wouldn't bother if not for the fact it does give you some really amazing items that really help buff your characters. The more buffing, the better. Anyways, that blue butterfly is just a decoy. You can't actually do anything with that one. Kind of annoying.
Unless you're not going to use that one character.
Wait, what?
Unless you're going to stick with 3 characters like a normal person would.
Oh, right, yeah, I know what you're referencing. Fair dues. Alright, so we are going to do that other side of the butterfly quest. We're just going to save first, So the idea of running back through that area and fighting more enemies is kind of painful at this point. Especially for my poor computer, which barely has enough hard drive space to record all of this, but we force it to anyway. It's amazing how quickly you fill up 100 gigs of HD gaming footage. Alright, so give Walker a nice big buff right there. Plenty of strength. Do the same for Auron with strength and his defense there. Everyone's going to hit real good. There we are. Have you got any thoughts on the sphere grid? Anything you want to mention about it? Like what you're kind of doing with the characters, or you're just playing it fairly straight for now?
Well, these are their set paths.
Mm.
And as long as I get the 4 elemental spells at the end of this grid,
Yeah.
I can just level up Yuna as much as I can.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, so is your plan to get Lulu to learn all the high-level dark magic spells and then just let Yuna learn them from Lulu? Which is doable later on, yeah?
Because there's a sphere that lets you learn one spell, and I'm using that on Yuna.
Oh, got it, got it. That's an interesting way of going about it. I just crunch Yuna's physical stats and turn her Aeons into powerhouses, but that's one way to do it.
If you're going to use Yuna's set path, it is the best way to beat the game.
Well, yeah. I just like playing the characters in weird, different ways. That's what I kind of like about the Sphere Grid, is the freedom it gives you to mould your characters so they're, you know, they don't follow what they've been designed to do, but they can still be playable if you think about it hard enough. Here we are. Anyways, let's get some more butterflies. Whoosh! High-speed butterfly action. I actually do screw this up a little bit and have a little bit of a battle, but thankfully it's not enough to completely screw me over. So, grab that last butterfly. Oh, another battle. This is taking me down to the milliseconds now. Sweet lord. Really, really pushing it. Get out of it, you stupid thing. There we are. And there we go. Last chest right in the nick of time.
You could have cut that out.
I thought it was more fun to just show how awkward that butterfly minigame can be.
Wait. It is here. Somewhere.
What's here?
Something you should see.
But, Sir Auron...
It won't take long.
Yep, don't mind me, I'm just freaking out, all these crystals.
This is the point where I think joke weapons should be a thing.
That would have been really good if he was just wielding like a giant squid or something and just smashing everything with it. Well, to be fair, when I had an action replay, I would do exactly that. I would give all the characters joke weapons they're not supposed to have, so that cutscene would have been Auron angrily smashing a wall with a blitzball. But, you know, no one's modded that for the Steam version of the game yet, and it drives me crazy. Why hasn't it been done? I need this in my life.
This place... It's just water, isn't it?
This is what spheres are made of. It absorbs and preserves people's memories.
What's that?
You know, Auron, if we get a game over on this boss fight, everything just went to pot because of you. I'm just gonna throw that out there. If not for the fact that we know how to beat this boss, you'd have screwed over everyone forever. You know? All for your own little whims. Anyway, this is a Spherimorph. It's hard to actually ascertain anything about this boss because it is immune to sensors, so you can't even scan it and learn about it. Which is quite daunting for a new player who scans every new enemy they see. But really, the method to this is that it constantly changes its elemental weakness. And you can actually see it doing so, God damn it, controls. This boss fight is all about learning what element he's using whatever counteracts it, and once you've done that 2 or 3 times, he's pretty much down. So if he's using lightning, hit him with water. If he's using fire, hit him with ice. If he's using water, bring out Ixion and murder him completely with Ixion's overdrive, like, you know, all that sort of thing. Because, yeah, physical attacks aren't all that great. If you try using them, you get countered a lot. That's why I would always fail at this boss fight as a kid. Because I didn't quite realise that attacking is bad. Attacking is actually going to make this harder for me.
Once he drops down to a certain amount of health, he, like, crushes the whole party.
Oh yeah, then he has, like, a mass attack that hits everybody, which... I always circumvented that by casting Protect on everybody, but...
It just wastes turns.
Exactly. You may as well just blitz him with Aeons. No need to overthink this boss, although because he is immune to sensors, one of the scary things about this fight is you never know how much health he has. And so when you're attacking him and you don't know how much health he's got, it sometimes feels like you're there forever.
But it's actually quite little.
Yeah, he doesn't have that much health. There we go, that did it. That nailed him. Down you go, Spherimorph. It's the boss that comes next that really stumps a lot of people, actually. They start bringing in a lot of gimmick boss fights with weird mechanics, which I think is quite cool. It's very interesting, but it can get very overplayed very quickly. Anyways, let's grab the Ject Sphere. That's Ject as in Father Ject. No matter what you've named Tidus, that's called the Ject Sphere. Just clearing up that confusion ahead of time, because I know it could happen.
Whoa, this is old. Don't know if you can play it back.
Ject left it here 10 years ago. Play it back. What are you taking?
Well, you said it was gonna be a long trip. We'll be seeing a lot of neat things, right? So I thought I'd record it all in this. To show to my wife and kid, you know.
This is no pleasure cruise.
Hey, Braska. Ain't this supposed to be a grand occasion? We're the cheering fans, the crying women.
This is it. Too many goodbyes. People think twice about leaving.
If you say so. Well, it better be a lot more colorful when we come back.
What do you think of Braska's outfit? I kind of like it. It looks like he's wearing, like... It looks like his robes are themed to look like dragon scales.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because they're all sort of, like, dragon and knight themed.
Well, yeah, they are, aren't they, actually? Or with a bit of samurai to him.
Yeah.
And a casket of booze on his hip.
Good. That should do it.
And they say Ject's the alcoholic.
What's the matter?
You know, it's been brought up in the thread, and I've thought this ever since I was a kid. Square Enix have missed the world's biggest opportunity. Everybody in the world wants to play a Final Fantasy X prequel where you play as these three Jokers. Everyone would want that, because it would be the best game ever. Why haven't they done it yet? They need to do it.
I wouldn't really want that.
Why not? Yeah, you know how it's gonna end, but it's the journey that counts, and I feel that their journey would be amazing. Their character development, the way they interact would be great to watch.
It would just be like Kingdom Hearts.
I think there's more.
But even more pointless.
No, do you know what? It'd be like Crisis Core, which was a great game. That was a great game. That was a game that was founded entirely on flashbacks from the original.
I didn't like that either.
You should have, because it was great.
I liked 7, because that was awesome. It made sense.
Crisis Core was alright.
I like the music in Crisis Core.
Fair enough.
But you better not be crying. Although I guess I'd understand. But you know what? There's a time when you have to stop crying and move on. You'll be fine. Remember, you're my son. And, well, never mind, I'm no good at these things.
Oh, bless him. He's trying so hard to be a good dad. He's just not very good at it.
Anyways, I believe in you. Be good. Goodbye.
He sounded almost serious, but it was too late.
He was serious. Jekt had already accepted his fate.
His fate?
Jekt, he was always talking about going home to Zanarkand. That's why he took all those pictures, to show them to you when he returned. But as he journeyed with us and came to understand Spira and Braska's resolve, it...
Oren's all like, hint, hint, you need to get over it. You live here with us now. Get over it.
So then, he gave up going home?
That was his decision.
I guess I understood. My old man, he knew there was no way back home, back to Zanarkand. He wanted to go home, but he knew he couldn't. He couldn't go on until he accepted it.
He decided to live in this new world with Waka and his shadow
I don't
boxing.
think he would have left his friends behind.
What are you doing, Waka?
Was complete.
All right, let's go, guys.
Maybe I had to start accepting my own fate.
That doesn't actually make sense.
What, Waka
There's-
just now? Or...
No, there's no way back, because Oren has been to his Zanarkand.
Wait,
Yeah?
Jekt loved you.
Oh, come on, please.
He just didn't know how to express it, he said.
Enough about my old man, okay?
I just thought you should know.
Okay.
I genuinely love this moment.
Thanks.
Oh, it gets me right in the chest, that does. Anyways, we just beat a boss, now it's time to beat up another one. Bye.